Salutations, hello, hi, and welcome to Basic Public Speaking. I'm Christy Thomas. I'm your professor, instructor for this course. And this is kind of just a check-in chat because what I'm going to be discussing is what we're looking at for the next few weeks. We're currently in week 6. Well, week 6 was last week, so this is week 7. So I'm just kind of going to be discussing what's going on in week 7 and week 8. I'll just probably start clumping videos together more here at the end of the course, just because I reiterate a lot of information. So just be aware of that. Now, first thing I like to say is that I extended the due date for the second main speech. It's due this Wednesday, March 26th by 5 p.m. So just remember that, because I extended it. It was due the previous Friday, but I was like, that's just me. Let's just extend that. I also, I will try to get those graded before the end of the week, but I am going out of town, so I won't be near my computer as often. So if they're not graded by the end of the week, do not fret. They will get graded, and will have Blackboard updated, but I'll do my best to do that before I leave out of town. I just wanted to make you aware, because sometimes when something's due and you will submit it, it may not show a grade because I haven't physically put it into Blackboard's grade book. But just, I wanted to make you aware that do not fret, do not worry, it will get graded and it will be updated. So what we're looking at these next few weeks, oh, I also updated the weekly calendar for our course. I switched which speeches are due when toward the end. The due dates remain the same. I just switched to the speeches. So with that being said, the module for the third main speech, which is Tell Me a Story, is open, and in it is a Word document with description and requirements, a video chat of me, description and requirements, and also a link to submit the final version of the third main speech, and then a link for the outline and work site, because your third main speech requires an in speech, a verbal citation. It goes into detail. Now, with that being said, the modules that are open and we're going to be looking over these next few weeks is, I opened up this verbal citations MLA citation. That's open. And then I also added one called verbal citations, and it's just supplemental videos, not a requirement, just breaking down, discussing how in-speech citation works, why they are beneficial, how they help with credibility, and, the best ways to go about using them, because there's detailed versions and there's Cliff Notes versions. So either way, though, you're given the information, and if it's not from your, if it's not your original idea or words, give credit where credit is due. I will also be opening up the persuasive speaking and arguments video, persuasive speaking and arguments words are hard and my mind is buffering. The module for persuasive speaking, that is the last big main lesson. We've done celebratory and informative speaking genres, persuasive speaking, and your final main speech for this course is a persuasive speech, so we go ahead and get that knocked out. So I'm going to be opening up all those modules. So you're going to see several modules open, which the verbal one, the in-speech citation one, has already been open. I opened that previously because it doesn't hurt to have that going on as well. Yeah, so I'm going to be opening all those, and then there'll be a nonverbal one just to kind of look over as well, because nonverbal communication is everything besides the spoken words. It's how you hold your face, your body, all that comes into play. I'll open that as well. So you're going to have several modules to look at. And again, this is covering several weeks, and I'll be sending out more information. I just, post spring break, I like to open up several modules and things at once. So, because I understand that life can get hectic as we get closer to the end of the semester, your other coursework, and just, life. You could be, you have a lot of extracurriculars, or you work and you have a family, and there's a lot of things going on in the springtime. So I just try to make it easier and make the course more accessible so that you can look at things. Some people thrive in procrastination, but some people really thrive in, early getting things done early and out of the way. So this covers everybody's preference. Anyway, folks, your second main speech is due Wednesday, March 26th by 5 p.m. I will try to get that graded before I go out of town. But if not, if the Blackboard gradebook is not updated before I leave, it will get updated. Do not fret. The third main speech, Tell Me a Story, is open for you to check out. That's not due till Friday, February the 11th at 5 o'clock. Yeah, so we'll just go from there. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. Again, I also updated, so if you want to look at the weekly schedule, just see where I kind of just flipped main speech 3 and the final storytelling speech. I flipped them when they were due. I thought I had them flipped before, but I guess I didn't update it before and updated. The due dates are the same, just the speeches are different. No big, but they kind of go hand in hand and it'll make more sense. I'll make a video on it. I also have uploaded a Word document of remaining due dates, so you can easily check that, like open up that document and see the remaining due dates, because you'll have, after this week, which is the second main speech, you have your third main speech, your final storytelling, canons of rhetoric, round 2, which is the exact same questions from round 1. You're just applying what you learned in this course. It's a gauging questionnaire for me to see what works, what doesn't, yay, nay, and then your final speech, which is due during finals week. Everything's usually due on a Friday, except for your very final speech that's due during finals week. It's on a Wednesday at noon. That gives me plenty of time to update grades and get them submitted to ACTC. So if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much. Bye.